time, and we unlocked a load of new rooms and areas, and we also learned a little bit of new information. Not a huge amount, but the one thing that really stuck with me is that Marion Marigold is our mother. I don't know if that is something that was revealed to us before, but I read a newspaper article in, I think it was the Morning Room, that very clearly stated it. So I have been thinking, and as of right now, it has just raised more questions. Marion Marigold is our mother. She is the beloved author of Swimbird, which is a children's book that we read at one point, but it wasn't too interesting at the time. She also wrote a book called The Red Prince, which seemed a little bit cryptic, and of course the game is Blue Prince. We found the book The Red Prince in one of the nurseries, I think. There is a chance that she wrote that book about her child, or maybe one of her children. I'm keen to revisit that nursery because I think there were 2 beds, but I can't quite remember. Potentially then, we have a brother, or had a brother. However, we also found out at one point that our great uncle, Herbert, had a younger brother called Simon. That's our name. Potentially then, great uncle Herbert's younger brother Simon was our mother's father. Maybe she named us after him. Or potentially we had an older brother, Herbert, at some point. There's definitely something fishy going on. But I can't quite pin everything down just yet. I think figuring out the family tree could be very helpful for us to try and find out what's going on in this manor. There are just a few missing connections right now. I'm just gonna head out and go to the outside room to start with. One other somewhat interesting thing that occurred to me when I was reviewing my notes just before I started this video is that pretty early on in the game we were told that let me grab my notepad again to make sure I don't mix this up. So, we were told that blue memos are true and red memos are lies. unless they're written by hand. Maybe that's nothing, but I don't necessarily think it's a coincidence that we have the red and blue theme going on, and we have been told that red is a lie and blue is the truth. Potentially something to keep in mind. Anyway, we now have a choice of 3 rooms. I found the hovel very useful when I picked it, but I do want to see the other rooms as well. So we have the shrine, make an offering, receive a blessing, or the trading post, items for trade. I think I'm gonna go for the trading post this time around. Let's see what's going on in here. We did find in the hovel a valve which turned on one of the 4 torches outside. Oh, dynamite, a little too dangerous to pick up, it says. How interesting. How interesting that I can click on it at all. I do want to scour this place pretty closely to make sure I don't miss anything that is potentially very, very useful. We have a pot of coffee. They must have ran out of space for that last E. Let's take a look at this puzzle box. We found a similar one in, I think it might have been the morning room, and I didn't quite get to the bottom of understanding how it worked exactly. When you click these squares, the colors on them switch around, and I think when we have a yellow square in the corner, we can light up these outside buttons, and when they're all lit up, we can open the box. So it looks like this pink square in the corner rotates the yellow squares around it. So if we follow this grey one, it'll go here next, and then spin all the way around up to the top. So that seems to make sense. It also seems like when I press these yellow buttons, they move upwards. They move upwards in the box. So I think we can work with that. I'm going to reset it and start from scratch. So we can shift that one up to get the corners on the right done. We need to get a yellow square here to swap it, to move it up in place of that pink one. And then we can rotate this, but that moves the yellow square that we had in place out of place. So we actually want 2 yellow squares in the bottom 2 corners, in the bottom left and the bottom middle, and then when we press this pink one, it'll swap them into the right place. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm glad we figured out how that works. raises our starting gold by 2. So we'll be up from 6 to 8. Very nice. Okay, let's see what's for sale. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. It is not a selling post. It's a trading post. And we can swap our items. Got it. Nothing for us to do here now then. We'll have to come back when we have some items. Okay, let's head back into the manor. Last time I found that we can drop a coin into this fountain. Or I'm not sure what to call it. It's not a fountain. It doesn't have running water. It's just like a pool, a mini pool at the front of the house. I don't know what use that has. Hopefully losing 1 coin won't come back to bite us. But I like to think it's giving us good luck. Right, okay, let's start on the east side here. I would quite like to draft the nursery just to double check the theory around Marion's children or child. We know that there's at least one because it's us. Right. We have a code to check here where we have previously stored a broken lever. That's interesting. Where was I think the broken lever was in the greenhouse, maybe. Let's take that out. Let's retrieve our broken lever so I can see how that works. We'll grab that, thank you. And if we need to, we can come back here to check an item before the day is out. We're very early in the day, which is nice. Having the broken lever gives us something to aim for. Okay, let's head north now. We have the guest bedroom, which would block us off, but gives us 10 steps. The hallway is quite nice and open, and it gives us a key, so let's take that. I do want to be keeping an eye on the floor for anything else that might have dropped. We have the pantry, the bedroom, or the kitchen. The bedroom seems to make sense. It doesn't block us off. And it is a free room to move through, because we get 2 steps from entering, and we of course use a step to enter and use a step to leave. Reddington, huh? Now, maybe I'm seeing patterns in thin air, but red is a lie. Red versus blue. And there's this picture. We haven't quite deciphered who this lady is. My hunch is that it is our mother, Marion, but I don't think we have any evidence for that just yet. Okay, we have a parlour, a chapel, and the commissary. The commissary takes a gem, but it sells us some items. So that could be, I think I'm gonna grab that. afford anything good. But it will be nice knowing what's available. 50% off on day 2021. So we can buy a gem for 3 coins, a salt shaker for 5 coins, a sledgehammer for 8 coins, or an expensive metal detector for 10 coins. The only things that we can afford right now, I don't think I want. So, we might need to come back here. Let's see, let's see. We can't pick the drawing room because we don't have a gem. The storeroom is technically a dead end, but it gives us loads of items, and we can just double back to the entrance hall. We're not too far, so I think that is the choice. We have a coin there, we have a key, and we have 2 gems. Does it come with anything else? I don't think it comes with anything else as standard. There might be something hidden, and there is always this page with the Swimbird on it, who is blue. I can't spot anything else, so let's head on back. We'll head on back to the entrance hall and continue our pathway from there. Through this lovely, warm and cozy den. Back into the entrance hall here. Let's head north. I see. Not great choices. We have a guest bedroom which gives us 10 steps, a chapel which would start draining our money, or I think a closet, which is the one I'm gonna pick. It'll give us 2 items. We have a coin purse. Each time you collect 3 gold, earn an additional 1 in interest. I wonder, considering we're right in the entrance hall, should we nip on over to the trading post and just see what kind of things we can trade for? I think I'm gonna do it. I don't know what might be on offer, but the coin purse isn't massively useful. Let's see what we have. So we can trade our coin purse for a coupon book. I can't remember exactly what the coupon book does. Something to do with the stores, of course. Yeah, why not? We'll trade it. Can I trade it back? Oh, I can. I can keep trading stuff, I guess. Let me check what the coupon book does right here. Here it is. Save 1 gold on each purchase. Well, let's trade that for the battery pack, which we can trade for the salt shaker. I think the battery pack is no use on its own, but you can combine it with something in the workshop. I think I might just keep trading until something cool shows up. Now I do like the magnifying glass. A magnifying glass for a key, which would end the streak. No, I think I'm gonna stick with this. I do like the magnifying glass. Occasionally we come across documents that have little squiggles on them that we can't make out with the naked eye, but with the magnifying glass we can zoom in on them. Okay, now we just have to hope that we get some nice open pathways on the west wing. Okay, so we have 3 gems. The observatory could be a nice pick. We have loads of these stars, so I'm hoping we have we get a nice bonus. We have Diamondus Major with 5 gems. Whoa. And Southern Cross rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Very nice. I like those 5 gems. Let's see if we can continue forwards. Well, the weight room isn't a great pick. I think we might go for the Great Hall instead. We know at the very least that this door to the north is a real door, but these doors on the left and the right, they might not lead anywhere. One of them leads to a lever though. Rotunda, 3 gems. Well, I think we'll grab that. You know, I still haven't quite got to the bottom of why the rotunda is a thing. One theory that popped into my mind was underneath the house where the reservoir and the tombs were, there was a big circular room with kind of a pathway like this. So it was around a central point, and it kind of cut it into quarters. That makes sense. And I was wondering if potentially the rotunda position influenced that. What have we got here? The courtyard, the drawing room. I think I'll grab the drawing room. But I do want to see what is on the other side. My issue with the rotunda as it is now is that, so we just rotated it, let's see what's up here. Oh, the passageway, the corridor. Archives. I think I'll get the corridor. My issue with the rotunda as it is now is that it is more expensive than other rooms which provide open and easy access to all 4 doors. We saw one of them, the passageway, I think it was. Oh, I want the cloister. I want the cloister. Excited about this. Yeah, the rotunda cost 3 gems. The passageway cost, I think, just 2 gems, and it's open and easy access. So there must be some reason why we would ever pick the rotunda. The cloister is exciting though. We found out last time that there is a secret method to drop the wall so that we can enter the middle. We can't dig that without a shovel. Oh, we have, though, an allowance token. Very nice. And a little note. Oh, and some words on the, some letters on the back. Right, let's take a look at this. Mr. Nogula. I don't know how to pronounce that name. If you are reading this, it seems the day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor administrator, the staff head. We did read a note in the orchard, I think, from someone who was the groundskeeper. I've forgotten their name, but perhaps that person who wrote the note is Mr. Nokula's predecessor. Right. So it's nice to have got the allowance, but I can see some letters on the back of this statue. C-X-E-T. They're sort of positioned in a square. Anything else? I'm just clicking all over this statue. Who knows when I'll next get the chance to come in here. Okay, I'm just gonna note down these letters then. Okay, that has been noted. Let's head off then. I'll nip around this cloister really quick, just to see if there's anything on the floor. But we have a choice. We can either head straight through the foundation, or we can go back into the rotunda and rotate it to get into the drawing room. I think, considering we have no gems, I almost want to leave the drawing room for now. When we have some gems, we can re-roll the floor plans to try and get something nice. That is unfortunate. Could I have seen that from where I was? Maybe. We can't go in that door without an access card, or if we disable the security, so we're going to rely on this pathway. Okay, well, I don't want to pick the weight room. I think I'm going to grab the nook and we'll head back through to the rotunda. We can't afford the third item because we have no gems. This box we could open with a key. It has the chance of having a key inside. Yeah, go on. Roll the dice a bit. It has a pair of ivory dice. While drafting, you may use a dice to roll new floor plans. And 4 coins. I would have liked a key and a gem, but it could be worse. We're gonna head back through into the rotunda. Now the commissary is quite far away. We have 10 coins, so we could buy the sledgehammer and potentially even head back out and trade it. Oh, I don't know if it's worth the steps though. It would cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is free. 5 steps to get to the commissary and back to the entrance hall. We'd be running quite low. The further into the house we get, the more likely we run into rooms that need a key though. I think for now I am going to head into the drawing room and we'll go from there. Oh, now there is a puzzle in the drawing room that I haven't made sense of just yet. I haven't made sense of it just yet. I don't think there's anything here. We can reveal a safe that shows up there, but I don't know that I have the code. The we did solve another puzzle that would suggest that the answer to all of the safes are dates. But I don't know what to do with that. I like the parlour in this case to give us some gems. We need to get this puzzle correct though, or else we won't get any of them. So we pick up this wind-up key and we solve the logic puzzle on these boxes. At least one of the boxes lies, and at least one of them tells the truth, and there are only gems in one of them. This one says the gems are in the false box. This one says the gems are in the false box. And this one says only one of the other boxes is false. I see. It seems that the difficulty has ramped up since we upgraded the room. Right, well, if this is true, if we said that this box is true, then only one of the other boxes is false. But these boxes both say the same thing. So it's not possible that this is true. So this box has to be false. And both of these are true, which means that the gem is in here. The 3 gems. Nice, 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 nice. And with our 3 gems, we could maybe pick an interesting room here. Oh, the garage, the garage, the garage. So the garage won't be open unless we draft the breaker room, but it does have 3 keys in it, which I like. We could even head back to the Great Hall if we needed to, although we've opened up the pathways. I think I'm gonna go for the garage. One thing that I was beating myself up about a bit. What's this? Right. That's the button to open up the garage door, which isn't functional right now. I'll grab these keys though. One thing that I was beating myself up about a bit last time, or a couple times ago I think, was that I picked up the car keys to open up the car, but I didn't draft the garage when I had the chance. So I am wondering what is inside this car. Maybe some documents on the seat that I can't see. Something like that. I'm sure we will have read this before. And I don't know that there will be any hidden messages. The magnifying glass doesn't like conjure text from thin air. It's usually a little squiggle that we can't make out. Okay, I think that's everything. Let's head back. We're gonna come through to the rotunda and then north through the corridor. Here we go. Spin this twice, I guess. Unless I'm wondering if there's any benefit to leaving it elsewhere. Go back to the drawing room, back to the cloister. I mean, there's no way that we're going to be able to get through to the drawing room without coming via the rotunda. So it would make more sense to open up the cloister. I don't know, in case we come back through the foundation way. Right, so what's in here? The corridor is always left unlocked, and there might be an item sat on the floor. Not this time though. The nursery. So that was the one that I wanted to pick just to see if there's any more information about the Red Prince. But that would block us off. So we can either go for the pantry or do a redraw. I think I'll redraw this actually. Another passageway. That's gonna be useful. It does use up all of our gems though. Let's do it. Let's do it. Head this way. So that needs a key. I'm gonna check the other rooms. Yeah. Oh, I would have loved to pick security. Although we need security in combination with the breaker room to switch off any automatic doors. I don't want to pick the archives any sooner than I need to, because it's quite a big debuff to not be able to see everything. I'm gonna redraw this. Well, I should have gone for the archive, I think. The pantry's a dead end. Well, it would come back to the foundation. I don't want to lose my steps just yet. I'm gonna go for the pantry. Do we grab the coins now or not? It would be at the cost of 2 steps. I think I'll hold on to them. Right, a key to the north and a key to the west. I'll open up this one. We have 4 keys. Right, the spare room. Let's grab that. And let's head this way too. See what we've got. The dark room, the chapel, the chapel. I'll grab the dark room. We can't see the floor plan we pick, so we might pick a negative room, but we'll give it a go. Right. I don't really have a lucky position or anything. Let's cut it down the middle. Oh, we have the spare bedroom, the guest bedroom. There's a gem inside, which is nice. This note is related to, I think, the parlor. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything else in here. Unless there is an item hidden on the floor. I can't spot anything, so let's head out. I like having the gem in my pocket in case we run into a fancy room. Okay, let's head north. Right. Archives, the weight room, or the kitchen. Half our steps. I don't know if it rounds up or down, but we're going to be on like 18. Honestly, I feel like we're coming to the end of the run anyway. And being able to see all of the rooms, I think, is going to be more helpful than those extra steps at this point. So, anything hidden in here? I seem to remember at one point there was a key that was on the floor in this room, and it was very deviously hidden. Okay, so a key that way, a key that way, none this way. Oh, the locksmith could be helpful. We could buy some extra keys. Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll grab this. What can we pick up? 1 key for 5. Oh, that's expensive. Special key. What's a special key? Or the lockpick kit. I think I'm gonna grab the lockpick kit. It gives us a chance of not needing a key if we go for one of these rooms that are locked. No luck here though. Okay, gymnasium, but I won't go in just yet. We'll open up this room. The boudoir, the bunk room. That is interesting. This bunk room was another one that I kind of wanted to check, because this is where we got some information about what I assumed was great uncle Herbert and his brother Simon. Could it be related to us and our brother, though? Yeah, we're pretty much at the end of this run. I think I'll pick the bunk room just to try to understand any more information. 2 gems are nice too. Checkers. What does that say? Turtles. The turtles of Vera. I can't say that means much to me. This says the Trinsdale Mystery. It's got some holly leaves on it. There's a games console as well. This is where we can find this cute little guy running around. Hi there. He's sweet. And there is a diary journal just here. I'll read through it again, although I have read through it before. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be. But today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission, and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday. And I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book. Because he won't stop writing. There are a few spelling mistakes here. Writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book. Even though he is older, he is a crybaby. And then there's a typed note here. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college, and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room, all things being said. And then it says I wouldn't have it any other way, but that's struck out. I still would rather have a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home. I also note that the writing here is in red. This is the writing that Simon did. So I'm considering that this book is maybe written by our brother Herbie, and we were the ones scribbling it in red. I don't know what that does for us, but it's interesting nonetheless. Sure. Okay, so the only thing left to do now is to head back round to the gymnasium and see if that leads us anywhere. We're gonna have to hope that this door isn't locked. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, nice though. We unlocked it with the lockpick. And let's grab the dining room. We'll have a meal here to top up our steps. Whether that's useful or not. It is country stew pie. Boiled chuck stew, layered and then baked to perfection, topped with a mashed potato parmesan cheese crust. It didn't look too appetizing, but that sounds delicious. It gives us 20 steps, or 30 steps if we have a boiler room. May as well have dinner now, I think. Wow, we almost cleaned the plate. We only have a few more rooms to go. Maximum 2. And that's if they're not locked. Anything else in here? A gem. There's a gem in here. There's a gem. Let's try this door. Locked. But we have picked it. The library. I think that's quite a nice pick. We can retrieve a book and maybe we'll get a really nice room up here on the final square. Sure, let's head in. Okay, so we need to pick a book to retrieve. We have read The History of Arindia by Caleb Manning. We've also read Swimbird. Have we done Sightseer's Guide to Reddington? I'm gonna sign my name to retrieve the Sightseer's Guide to Reddington the next time we draft this room. Otherwise, I don't know if there's much for us to get here. There are some books upstairs that give us a bit of information about the rooms we have drafted so far. The Mount Holly records. Some interesting statistics, but I think we'll review them all towards the end of the game. And then over here there's another book. Here, the Mount Holly scrapbook. See if there's any information in these pictures. Oh, there are a lot of pictures. See if there's anything here. The Baron of Mount Holly, name's nephew, provisional heir. There he is. There's our great uncle. This is the postcard, the Reddington postcard. This is a picture of the orchard. We've already unlocked that. Oh look, there's some gibberish underneath the coat check letter. The coat check number. Hopefully it's gibberish and I'm not expected to decipher this. I can see in the middle it says Sinka Go. No, okay. My favorite floor plans workshop. Interesting. I feel like I've only picked that like twice. Most drafted, the den, the pantry, the hallway. Most paid for, passageway, observatory, commissary. Most time spent in the entrance hall. That's because I ramble when I first start the videos. Wonder if there's anything if we zoom in on these floor plans. Contraptions I've made. I've made a couple of those. Lockpick. Stamp collection. Lockpick. Largest purchase. 10 stamps found in the state. Got it. Oh, here's a nice picture of the observatory. Maybe one day We avoid the veranda a lot, and the vault and the mail room. What else have we got? Nothing else in this book. Some somewhat interesting information, but it doesn't help me get to the bottom of this mystery. Let's see if this final door is useful. It's locked. Oh, and we can't pick it. What a shame. The last thing I have in mind is to maybe try and get back to the coat check to check my broken lever again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we can make it back. I don't know what use it would be, but we can also try to pick some of the locks in the Great Hall here. I don't know what I expect to find, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna go back through to the veranda, the rotunda, rather, and then we will spin it so we can get through to the Great Hall, just here. Let me in, please, and we will try and unlock all of these doors. Yeah, see, this one is unlocked, but it doesn't lead anywhere. That one didn't do anything. Oh, that one worked too. Oh look, this is one of the levers. If we could get to this antechamber, it would open that up. I also think, oh look, there's a moon on that north door. Just like the moon on that lady's portrait. I also think that we need to pull all 4 of the levers in the manor to unlock the north door, maybe. It was something like that. It was a little while ago that I read that somewhere in a note. Okay, so through to the coat check, and we will check our we'll check this back in. Take the broken lever, please. And what now? We don't really have any coins. We could go outside, but I don't see much use. We could trade our lockpick set for something. I really don't know what would be useful enough to warrant not ending the day right here, but it would be remiss of me not to check. We'll see what shows up. Okay, in we go. So I can trade my magnifying glass for a key, my lockpick kit for 3 ivory dice. Oh, that ends the streak, of course. Right. Well, I don't think there's anything left here for us today. Let's go ahead and call it a day. I don't know that we got much information this time around, but we did get a lot more allowance. I think we're up by 6, something like that. We're up a decent amount from yesterday, and I'm gonna go straight in for another day. Straight in for another day. This is day number 14, I think. Day number 14. Alright. So, as usual, we will pick up our allowance and then head back out to see what room is outside for us. 10. We're up by 4 because we started with 6 yesterday. Let's see what room we have. I would still quite like to pick a new room just so I can snoop around, see if there's anything interesting. interesting. I think these are all new rooms. Ones that we haven't picked yet. We have the shrine, the root cellar, or the shelter. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. That one sounds really interesting. Let's see what's in here. Oh, there's a very long staircase. Oh, and a bunker down here too. Let me poke around. See if there's anything hiding down here. Some spooky music has just started playing. So I'm expecting some great revelation. There are 3 beds, room for 3 people. There is a note here. Remain where you are for now, given that the red guard is due tomorrow. We've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals, and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the 3 of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Oh, that note gave me the chills. How cryptic, how cryptic. There's a terminal down here as well. Welcome to Mount Holly Bomb Shelter. There's a time lock safe. The shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlock date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Right, and we can set an unlock date. Okay. I made a note. I made a note of the starting day. I think it was November 7th, but let me check my notes. Here's a note. Day 7 is November 13th, 1993. We're on day 14 now. So that is 7 extra days. So if we wanted the safe to open today, we would pick November 20th, I think. Let me double check. Let me double check my maths. Yeah, I think November 20th is today. I think I've glanced at the clock on the house when we start, and I think we start at 10 in the morning. I don't know how much time will have passed by now, though. I don't want to put 11 AM and then miss it. It's open for 4 hours, though. Shall I do 1 PM and then we'll mill around if it's not that time yet? Okay. November 20th, 1 PM. Let's check the radiation monitor. A measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 USV or higher, I'm not familiar with that unit, emergency protocol will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. It is currently 0.11. What was the 12 is right, and then log into the network. Password, that's Swan Song. I remember that password. Although, I imagine the network is going to be down based on that note. Oh, it's not. Right down to the staff services. What have we got? Punch in or out? I don't think any of these are interesting. Special brand of gum. Your favorite fruit. Grab that, I guess. We'll do an order for the magnifying glass because I always like having that on hand. We can't do email, data transfers, we can't do that. Remote terminal access. None of the other ones are active. So I'll punch in and out. Schedule change. Okay, sure, we're gonna log out. And let's go check the time. It's gonna cost a couple of steps, but I think it's worth it. There's a big old clock on the front of the manor, and I think we start the day at 10. No, that's... I don't know where I came up with 10 from, to be honest. We start the day at 8. Where did 10 come from? Well, the safe opens in 4 hours. I guess we'll poke around the house a bit. 10. I distinctly remember the position of the hands, and it was definitely 8. Right, we'll start with the parlor puzzle. I don't want to miss that safe opening though. So I don't want to get too far in. I'm going to be really paranoid until we do it. 2 of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. Well, if we said this is false, then the gems are in a box with a false statement. Both of these could be true. If this one's false, then 2 of the statements are true. 2 of the statements aren't true. No, some other number. 3 is not possible, so it would be 1 of the statements is true. That's false. That then can't be true, so it'll be false. And that could be true. But in either case, it would suggest that the gems are in here, so I'm going to open this up. Nice. Okay. Any other clocks? Right, there's one here. We don't have to go all the way outside. We just need to not get trapped by one. Actually, can I go back and change it? It's 9 now. It'll be like 10. Or I guess we could change it to 11. It'd have to at least be an hour in advance. And then I guess we can just chill. Look at the sights in the meantime. I sure hope there's something interesting in this safe. Okay, see if it'll let us change the date. Okay, cool, we can change it. We'll change it to... Will it let me do 10 AM? Right, so 10 AM, it shouldn't be long. Oh, well, what should we talk about? look at these boxes, huh? We have canned veggies, soup, vitamins, canned fruit, canned water, some more canned fruit. They're pretty well stocked down here, canned water. And I wonder what this note is about. Reading it, it kind of suggested that there were 3 people trapped down here in the shelter, and someone was trying to get them out by drafting the shelter. Can I tell the time down here? You'd think that the terminal would tell us the time. What's the radiation like? Much the same. Much the same. I'm a little nervous that we haven't picked the right time or date. I kind of want to nip back up and check the time again, and then come down when I know that it's 10. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's go. It's gonna cost us a couple more steps, but I think it'll be worth it. We might even be able to peek at the time without going through that gate. Okay, it looks like it's 9:45-ish. It looks like it's 9:45. I'm being quite miserly with my steps. It might be worth us just spending the extra step to go in and check for sure. But I think it's quite small, but we can see the minute hand. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go in and look. Yeah, okay. I'll take this chance to make a wish as well. And then when that gets round to 10, we'll jump back down into the shelter. I think this is the famous Mount Holly over there. Looks a bit like Holly, I suppose. We have the mysterious flames, 2 of which have been lit. We're still gonna have to find the remaining 2 valves. One of them was in the orchard. The other one was in the hovel. Okay, I'm gonna head down, and by the time we get down there, it should be past 10. I have my fingers crossed that this works. Otherwise I'm gonna have to revisit the date. Okay. We might have been too quick. Let's... Oh no, it doesn't seem to be opening. Surely it's past 10 by now. Maybe I got the date wrong. Okay, I'm gonna check again. So we definitely had it set to November 20th, 10 a.m. So What? Hang on. I thought that it hadn't worked. I was going to try and shift the time forwards and try again. But it did work. We got a gem. And another red letter. Now, this red letter has the number 7 on it. The other red letter we read was in the boudoir, and it had the number 4. Let's give it a read. uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavourably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harboured for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself, and while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumours of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behaviour has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I have reached may have been flawed. Last week I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the ruby crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land I pray one day to find our Marian safe, happy, and absolved. Courtney. How interesting. So this was written I mean it's addressed to dear uncle. I'm assuming it's for great uncle Herbert, in which case this would have been written by Herbert's brother's daughter, I suppose, who was cousin to Marian, our mother. And we did read about this theft of the ruby crown of Arindia, I think. I think I remember reading about it in the newspapers that are kept in the archive. So it seems that we've noted that we have 2 of the letters, but I would have to remember the contents. What was I saying? It seems that the disappearance of our mother, Marian Marigold, is intrinsically linked with the mystery of Mount Holly. I wonder if there might be answers in the final room we're aiming towards. Wow, all of that, and we basically haven't set foot in the house yet today. Let's see if we can find anything else out. We have used a few of our steps already, but not too many. Let's check this room while we're here. We have 4 gems. We could pick the drawing room. The hallway could be nice as well, though. I think I'll grab the hallway, and we're going to check what's over here as well. The kitchen, the hallway, closet, and the den. I'll grab the den. Let's expand our base, and then we'll head northward. We could unlock that with a key, or smash it open with I'm gonna get the walk-in closet. I think it has 4 items. Or we could smash it open with a sledgehammer. I think we've been in here once before. We have this picture again. This is the same lady we've been seeing around the place. And I do of course wonder if it's our mother Marion. And is that all of the items? Is that all of the items? I think so. Let's head back. Let's head back out. Head northwards. We could get our broken lever back. Why not? While we're here. I would love to draft the I think it's the greenhouse to see what it does. Yeah, although we have unlocked one of the pathways into the antechamber before, I haven't actually set foot in it yet, so I'm really keen to do that. It seems like a pretty empty room, as long as we haven't unlocked the northward passage, but I'm really keen to see what's in there. Well, 2 of these rooms would end the run right here. So we're gonna have to go for the corridor and put all of our faith in this single passageway. See if we can open things up. The nook is our only chance of heading northward. We'll pick up a key as well. Oh, this is getting a little dicey. The spare room's the only one we can pick here. That doesn't end our run right there. Come on, let's open it up a bit. Okay. I think the drawing room is the correct choice here. Anything hanging around? There's bound to be more information in that safe, if we can figure out how to open it. Okay, we can re-roll our rooms here, but I think the billiard room is quite good. We get access to these rooms, so let's do that. There is a puzzle in the billiard room related to the darts board. It's a bit of a mathematical one, so let's see if we can figure it out. We have to do sequences of numbers based on which sections are lit up. So we start with the 10, we go from the inside out. We start with the 10. I think we deduct 4, so that's 6. Is this divided by, let's try 2. Where's 2? Here we go. No. That might be multiply. So let's try 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. Yeah, there we go. 20 minus 10 is 10. Multiplied by 2 is 20. Divided by 4 is 5. 19 minus 11 is 8. Multiplied by 3 is 16. Oh, divided by 12, we can't do that. Try that again. 19 minus 11 is 8. is 24. Of course. Divided by 12 is 2. Perfect. Oh, and 2 keys. That is nice to see. We're off to a good start with our resources. Let's try this door here. Auto commissary could be a good pick. Yeah, like that. We get to buy an item as well. See what's for sale. A shovel for 6, a sledgehammer for 8, a compass for 6. So far we could get use of the sledgehammer, but we've only seen the one lockbox. The shovel could come in useful, and we could get the shovel and the compass. Yeah, I'm gonna get the shovel and the compass, so we can dig any dig spots we find, and we can also, what else can we do? I think I'm gonna grab the boudoir here. We can also draft rooms more often that head north, or a coin purse. Nice. So there's another safe in this room that we have unlocked. It's just round here. Oh, perfect. And it comes with a gem. So we could head north into the foundation, but I'm thinking of just doubling back to get the benefit of being able to redraw the room we draft via the drawing room. We are running a little low on steps, so hopefully I get a chance to pick up some. Oh, nice. Oh, right. Well, the nursery could be a good pick. I did want to go back in. Oh, but this is such a great chance. We can get the nursery anytime. The kitchen, I did want to buy some food, but I'm out of money. I think let's go for the security room. What have we got in here? So via the security terminal we can increase or decrease the automatic security. I think for now we want to decrease it. I'll set the offline mode to unlocked, because if we draft the breaker room we can disable the security system. But I am going to drop the security level to low, because we don't have the key card right now. So if we run into one of those rooms, we are going to be stuck. Look, there we are. That's us. If we spin around and then turn around really quick, are we going to be able to see ourselves? No. It would be kind of creepy, to be honest. Where's the camera? I don't see the camera, but it's going to be up here somewhere. Right, anything else in here? These are some of the special rooms. Some of these we haven't drafted yet, so that would be really nice to draft. Otherwise, I don't see anything else in here for us right now. Let's see what's through here. Oh, the observatory is always nice to get. I'm using up all of my gems though. We'll peek in here and see what the constellations show. Clavis, the key, +1 key. Farmer's apple. Apples are extra delicious, and the twins, a pair of chests, has been added to the entrance hall. Well, the sledgehammer would have been very useful following that. What's up here? Pantry, courtyard, nursery. I think I'm going to go for the pantry. I want to try and save. I want to try and save my gems in case we come up against a useful room or a delicious apple with 5 steps. Our lockpick kit has come in clutch too. Oh. So we have done the wine cellar before. I think there was some information. I've noted it down. There was some potentially helpful information. We don't have any green rooms yet. The guest bedroom. I think I'm gonna get the wine cellar and hope that when we double back we can get through the foundation. This comes with 3 gems as well. Oh, and a dig spot. Very nice. It was this. I noted down that there was a coat of arms with a like a date in Roman numerals underneath. What is kind of weird about the wine cellar is how it seems to be cut off. So I wonder if there's maybe a secret door or something. I don't know how we'd find it. Maybe one of these bottles is interactable. Something to do with this, maybe. The answer could be in another room. Let's double back then. We have plenty of keys and plenty of gems, so we just have to hope to draft a really good room. A really good room coming off of the foundation. This way. Go back through the commissary. We have 5 coins. It was 8 coins for the sledgehammer. That would be good to get, considering we have now got 3 trunks hanging around. Oh, there's some dig spots here as well. Pebbles. Nothing but pebbles so far. What's in here? A turnip. Very nice. Chow down on that for 6 extra steps. Okay. Oh. I have seen the vault a couple times and I really want to draft it. Now would be a good chance, but it blocks us off. And we have plenty of resources. I think we have to pass up the vault. We'll see the vault again, but we might not be in such a good situation as this again. Okay. I think it would have been incorrect to pick the vault, even though I am very, very curious. This should open up once we get past rank 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up here. Let's try this door first. Locked. We have plenty of keys, but I'm gonna try this door as well. So, passageway I think is the best option here. Gives us 2 ways to go, but it uses up 2 of our gems. I can unlock this door. Okay, the office. We have been in the office a few times. There is a safe in here, but we haven't got to the bottom of it just yet. Storeroom gives us some good options. The chapel opens us up a bit. I think I'm gonna pick the chapel, but I'm not gonna go through it. Yeah, I'll pick the chapel, but I won't go through it just yet. I'll head this way. Let's see what's here. So this is connecting to the chapel. Oh, boiler room is a really exciting choice. We don't get it often. Oh, can we activate the elevator in the foundation? I'm definitely gonna pick the boiler room. I did this puzzle once. What's through here? Go back to that. I did this puzzle once. I think we just... Oh, it provides energy outwards. But how do we... I'm racking my brain. Of course it's to do with spinning all of those. Oh, we unlocked this last time. So we can power this door, or... Right, that's right. We need to get the power here. Maybe we can't do the foundation from here, that's okay. Right, okay, perfect. It seems to us have remembered the fact that I did this last time. So if I... that does go through as well, okay. Let's see what's through here. We want a room that benefits from being attached. Archives, the gymnasium. Now I know that the archives carries the power through. Oh, and we actually... What was it? We negate the first 3 negative effects. So I think the archives is a really good choice here. And let me switch the boiler to power the archives. I'm excited. I'm excited about our options. So we have power running through the archives now. And we don't get the negative effect either, because we're sheltered. This door is really frustrating to see. I turned that to low as well. Let's see what's north. We have plenty of keys. I'm gonna unlock this. So we have power coming through. We can launder currency. I can't remember what this does, but I think... Should I pick it? The other option is the office, which would let us go to the left. I think I'm gonna pick the laundry room. We have been in here before, and I think we had it powered before as well. Shoe shine. The service costs 5 and will exchange all of your steps with all of your gems. Right. So we would have 1 step and 29 gems. This service costs 5 and will exchange all of your remaining stars with your allowance. Permanently. This service costs 5 and will exchange all of your dice with the keys. Oh, I don't know that any of these are good. This one seems, when is that ever going to be useful? I don't know, maybe if we had like 4 steps left and we could top it up somehow. All of your remaining stars. I think we've used our stars today is unfortunate. Or is it just going to be 17? Honestly, it doesn't feel that good to get a 17 allowance and 10 stars. I don't know what I'd do with 17 coins to start with. What's this? Exchange all of your... Oh, no, that's a good option, I think. I think I'm gonna do this. Oh no, never mind. That would cost 5, we'd be on 0 coins. And then we'd swap it, I think. That was close. I got so excited I almost just clicked that. I think that would be a bad mistake. Do you have a sleep mask though? Okay. Unfortunately, this room wasn't too useful for us. Let's see if we can pick another powered room. Oh, all of these. The laboratory as well. I think I'm definitely going to pick the laboratory. It blocks us off, but we haven't yet been able to do the machine that's in here. And I think we already have the answer for it. I did that some time ago. Let me just check if there's anything to pick up. There's a terminal here. We get to pick an experimental house feature. I guess we'll do that now. Although there's not that much left of the run, I think. Immediately at a small chest each time you unlock a bypass. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk, lose 10 at a small chest. This one's interesting because there are 3 locked trunks in the entrance hall. So as long as we can run all the way back, I think I'm going to do this. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk, add a small chest to the entrance hall. Boop. Start the experiment. Just have a quick check for any items lying around. And then we will take a look at this puzzle. Over here. This machine requires additional power, yep. Now I'm going to have to find the page in my notebook where I wrote down the, it was this. We deciphered this. Here we go. So this deciphered was push 3 up after. I'm trying to read my writing again. After 9. Push 3 up after 9. So I guess we'll push 9 up and then 3. Boop. Boop. Oh. Whoa. Okay, it's activated something. We have a cutscene and some power lines are running. Where are they going? Where are they going? Oh, I know where that is. That's out on the driveway. Whoa. Oh my goodness. The Black Bridge grotto has been powered and permanently unlocked. Each day you may access one offline terminal from the network. That is really exciting. I don't know how, off the top of my head, where we would find use for that right now. But I'm 100% sure it's going to be useful. I just don't know how. That's really, really exciting. Okay. So, what now? I think we can either head through the chapel. We're going to get some steps from the dining room. Let's go and do that. See how many steps we get here. I really want to head back outside. We have like a chicken. Stuffed wild quail, local Mount Holly delicacy, served atop a plum. I don't know what that is. I have absolutely no idea where to start with this word. Anyway, it's got roasted potatoes, bacon, lardons, and wild chives as well. We get 20 steps, or 30 if we have a trophy room. I don't know that I've ever seen a trophy room in the pool. Oh, 5 steps, and from here it would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get out. So we actually have plenty of steps to work with. Let's anything in here? Let's check out what's this side of the chapel. Oh, well, we have had our hand forced. We can only pick the hallway closet. If this has the key card in, no, it's got a key and a gem. Right. So I think that is it for inside the house. But we can check outside now. I mean, we can also open all of those locked trunks. Maybe one of them will have the key card in. Oh, nice. We actually have plenty of steps. We just got 5 from the sleeping mask. Let's head back to the entrance hallway anyway. Where am I going? We'll head back to the entrance hallway to open up these. Yeah, cross and then down. Open up all these trunks. So there will be 2 here already. But because of the experimental house feature, we should get some more. Okay, let's open this one up. That's funny, it just popped in. We get some ivory dice and some coins. Now, interestingly, we could head back to the commissary and buy the sledgehammer, but I don't know what use that's going to be, to be honest. We have a gem, a bunch more coins. Let's open these ones. Load more gems. Interestingly, once we're done with all of our steps and there's nowhere else for us to go, we could potentially make it all the way back to the laundry room to use one of those surfaces and then end the day. Maybe. We've got loads of gems. Oh, and there was one in the den as well. There we go. Here we go. Another key and a gem. Oh, that was a silver key. What's that one? Unlocking a door with a silver key. Right. Unfortunately, the only door left to unlock is this one, and that requires the key card, which we have not had graced upon us. I do want to check in the shelter the radiation. The radiation monitor did note that it would spike with, based on the experiments in the laboratory. We have plenty of steps, so I do just want to check whether it says anything different or interesting. How long's this gem been here? Almost certain we picked that up already. That's interesting. Okay, let's check the radiation monitor. Boop. 12.3. Emergency protocol initiated. All doors unlocked. Okay, a lot is happening. All doors unlocked. So I could head back in. Wow, well, let's check that grotto. Let's check that grotto now that we've unlocked it. See what's in there. It's always these unsuspecting runs that just kind of go off the charts. Didn't expect all of this progress. Okay, so it's just here. Was there another locked door? It's worth checking, I think. Since all the doors are unlocked. Whoa. is kind of creepy. How interesting. There's a big vault door here. It's got one of the buttons lit up. What happens with this? A small data microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. Insert microchip. Right, when I take that out, it removes the light from there. Small data microchip. Is that going to reset at the beginning of the day? What's this? It's like some binary code. It's got 1 and then a blank and then 100. Oh, there's a terminal over here. The only one that I haven't accessed today actually is the office. Admin key. It wasn't Swansong, it was Revad with a capital R, capital D. Oh, this admin key has been deactivated. I see. Okay, hear me out. Reva D. My guess is that comes from Ravane, who was the groundskeeper, I think. And probably the first 4 letters of his surname, and then his first initial, D. The newer groundskeeper is called Nogula. I don't know his first name, and I'm not entirely sure if it's in keeping with the game. I think it would be, but we might be able to run through the alphabet like this to see if maybe that's the answer. I'll go through like this. I'll try all the letters. I'm probably gonna skip ahead for this, so that you don't need to watch it, and we'll have a dramatic cutback if it works. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Where was Ravane from? The name is 100% familiar. I could go and check the orchard real quick, because there was a journal entry, I think, from the previous groundskeeper, so we can go and double check. I also have a hunch that there was another door over here, I think. Oh, it doesn't look like it's opened though. I was hoping that it would with the bunker security enabled. Otherwise the orchard is just over here. We'll nip in quickly and just check that journal again. Okay. Goodness. Oh, Robert. Right. Okay, so we do have the first initial of the current groundskeeper. Was Ravane the last one then? I guess I could double check. I'll double check this one. There is all the possibility that I just misspelled the name. Robert, no Gula though. I'll try some combination of that, see if that works. Otherwise I will potentially have to, I did look through my notes real quick, but I might need to, check some of the documents again to see who Ravane was. So we'll try this. It was Robert. So we'll try. So that would be the first 4 letters. I guess we could try their full name maybe. That is curious. I'm almost certain that Ravane was the previous groundskeeper. So unless the format of the password key has changed, potentially we just need to figure out who is the current groundskeeper. With all that wandering around though, I've used up quite a few of my steps, unfortunately. I really wanted to head back in, considering all the doors are unlocked. We have 19 steps, and then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, we can make it. We can make it. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll try and make the most of everything we have left here. So, this is quite a labyrinthian manor today. So I didn't hear around there. We might actually be able to get some use of the laundry room as well. Swapping, for instance, our gems for, what can we buy in the commissary? Oh, we're going that way anyway. It was a sledgehammer, salt shaker, I think. Yeah, we bought the compass and the shovel, so I don't think anything else useful there, unfortunately. Up through the foundation. Up through the foundation here. Let me just check my bearings. We're gonna go up here. North, 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 and then we're gonna take a left. Okay, and then through here. This door should be unlocked. Perfect. What can we get? The garage. Well, we could open the garage, but we've already done that before, and that's how we unlocked the extra room. I think dark room is the correct choice here. We should still be able to see the floor plans. And we can go north and south. So if we head in here, we'd be on 4 steps. And we can swap that for our gems. Which I think is the right choice here. We'd have 10 steps and 4 gems. Ring with your allowance. I don't think that's right still. What was this? This was swap gems with the coins. We'd only get 1 more gem from that. Keys with gems. Swap all your keys. No, okay. I think we're gonna do this one here, shoe shine. Boop. This is funny UI. I haven't seen this before. But we're now up to 10 steps and 4 gems, which is quite nice. I wonder if it would be worth swapping our coins with gems now. Keys with coins. 5 and swap your gems, so we'd be up to 6 gems. Is that much better? We might get like a 3 into 3. Probably more useful than having 11 coins right now. Yeah, let's do that. 6 gems and 4 coins. Okay. Now we can explore over here a bit. So we can still see everything here, which is great. We have already done some investigation in this room. That's how we unlocked the pick up that battery pack. That's how we unlocked the orchard. So I'll just see if there are any items hanging around, and then we will. Let's go ahead and unlock this. Right. I don't think furnace is what we want, although it will open for, I think it was a gem, we did that once. Courtyard would let us go forwards. I think I'm going to redraw this. Oh, the rumpus room. Could that be useful? Cost a gem, the garage. I think we'll do the rumpus room. It lets us move forwards, and there's 8 coins in there too. What's down here? The veranda is one that we haven't picked yet. It does cost 2 gems, but I think considering we haven't picked it, it's worth taking now. Sledgehammer, huh? I think, oh, it's south or north. I think I'm gonna head north first. Trying to exhaust the pathway up here. What's this guy? Oh, can we stop? We got like a fortune. Of course. Of course we find the key card there. Entirely unuseful. We got our fortune told by the great Alzara before. I wonder if he's got anything else to tell us. He's wearing to life, and as it was foretold, I'm awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara, and I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see the darkened cloud of ruin, familiar to us both, now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes resting upon 8 pedestals, and in these 8 envelopes I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands, 8 letters of which you will only ever find and read. 7. Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms, there is a letter missing. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say. Oh, okay, right, well, let's take stock. We know about the red letters. They are in the safes. We've read 2 of them. We've read the 4th one and the 7th one. The great Alzara suggested the solution to the puzzle we've already solved, to do with the, these pictures in every room where there is a letter difference. we already solved that puzzle, and that's how we came up with the phrase. Count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. That's how we got that phrase. How interesting. I didn't realise he'd have something new to say to us, so maybe it would be worth trying to pick up the rumpus room more often. Right, what have we got here? The freezer freezes your accounts, coins and gem amounts will not reset at the end of the day and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. That could be very interesting. We have 3 gems and 13 coins. I really wanted to try and kind of work our way in there though. I'm gonna roll the dice. Music room. Boop. I don't know that we've drafted the music room before, so I'm excited to be in here. It said 1 major key and 1 minor key. We have the car keys. We have passed up on the garage a few times now. There is the potential that we get it down here though. That would be nice. Oh, what's this? It's got a picture of a treble clef here and it says denoted in verse. We did pick up our key. Let's see what's in this room and then we'll investigate. Well, we could get the freezer. Oh, but then if this is the garage, we wouldn't be able to draft it, I think. I think it costs a gem, right? I'm gonna grab the gymnasium, but I won't go into it. Let's, we have some really nice piano music playing. Let's check this. Okay, let's see. There are lyrics to a song here. I can't read sheet music, so I won't be able to sing it to you, but I'll just read the lyrics. There are some bold words as well. So, find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue. But half the sheets are missing from the 4 you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among this scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys. In bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea. In bold words sung, I do repeat, the ones of you who often assume, that you alone can solve this tune, are likely going to get your due, and all the rage that will ensue, while working on this simple clue. White pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, and from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with ink that bleeds. So the bold words are first words on the. That's all we've got so far. I remember seeing sheet music, I think, definitely in the greenhouse, potentially in the workshop too. I'm sure I would have noted it down, so let me check. Okay, I scoured my notes and I did find that there were some sheets in the greenhouse and the workshop. The bold word on the greenhouse So, the bold words we have so far are first words on the sheets. Something, something, message. My suspicion is that it will say something like first word on the sheets, read the message or something, because if we check the first word on each of these sheets so far, we have find among the white, which definitely seems like it's gonna be a secret message. So I'll have to find the greenhouse again to figure out what the next word is gonna be, and the workshop to figure out what the last word is gonna be. However, I'm still a bit curious about this, denoted in verse, with a treble clef on it. So the treble clef is pointing to this line of music at the top on each of these groups of two. So you can convert these notes to letters. But I don't know if they're going to be, if that's what we're looking for. We might have to come back to that one. I do think we have a nice head start with the find among the white something. What could it be? Find among the white. Find among the white. Not sure. I'll keep that in mind. For now, let's head down here, and I'm gonna cross all of my fingers that we see this as the garage, because we have the car keys. Find among the white. I'll be thinking about that for a while. My first reaction, which is completely unfounded, would be like white flowers. Something like that. Maybe white chess pieces. We've seen a bunch of them around the place, but I don't know what they would do for us. Oh no. Well, we didn't find the garage, unfortunately. I don't think any of these are going to be helpful for us. The bunk room we've checked out already last time. Storeroom maybe. Maybe there's something hidden in the storeroom. This is our final room for the day anyway. So yeah, I mean, we have 2 steps. We could make it back to the dark room and then pass out, or just call it here. And I think that is what I'm gonna do. We'll go back out into the veranda to get a nice view of the grounds. And yeah, I think a lot has happened today. I could easily play this game for hours and hours, but I need to go to bed. I hope that you're already asleep by now, or that you're in a nice, chill, relaxed mood to drift off easily. And I hope that you enjoyed this one, of